Hello, gorgeous woman of sexy confidence. Superly excited to be here this evening. This is Dagmar, your trauma healing priestess, for the next round of Sexy Tuesday. We're together today. We're diving into a really special topic, and that is how you can overcome the fear of heartbreak and start trusting in love, men, and intimacy again. So I'm superly pumped to be here with you today because this is a topic that's definitely first and foremost near and dear to my heart. I had a huge process and huge journey around this in my own life, in my own marriage, in my own reclamation after past heartbreaks and childhood wounding. And without a question, this is the most common challenge that women that are joining this group are actually sharing with me, are actually saying this is where I struggle the most, and this is kind of the biggest challenge that I am experiencing in my own life or dating or marriage, all of that area. Hi Sandra, good evening, beautiful. So, and it also takes me to, I was just having a conversation with really beautiful woman, very talented, very gifted. She is teaching people how to move better, how to get out of pain through movement. Very talented woman. And she's going through significant challenges in her own marriage. And as we were, like really uncovering what's happening for her and where she is struggling and like where is really the pain, the impossibility of love, or kind of that sense of, I am unlovable, became so obvious as we were discussing different things that it was like such a big pain for her that she pushed it down and she said, I'm better just getting divorced. Like, divorce is easier than this. And we did not end up working together, but it was such an eye-opening experience for me that even as someone who, is involved in conscious life, can have such a deep and such a tremendous wounding around this topic, and it's literally impacting their decisions around future and what they choose to make out of their difficulty or out of their pain. So allow me to get into the goods. It is once again a question that so many of you have been asking, and I want to share with you a process. I want to share with you very powerful healing framework that will literally allow you to not only get unstuck from possible patterns that you might have been experiencing for last 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 years, but literally give you a groundwork, give you a foundation that you can orient yourself and ascend from feeling stuck or overwhelmed or, just like giving up on love, giving up on the possibility of you experiencing the level of intimacy and connection that you desire, to actually seeing what is possible and what is available. So at the core, what I want to have, now how I want to preface this is, at the core of you, there is a blueprint of love. The way we are brought into this world, the way we, are born as babies and as children, there is a blueprint of love inside of our nervous system that deep down knows that I'm worthy of love. I deserve to receive love. I deserve to give love. There is a blueprint of love that's living inside of us. And it is literally an unbreakable blueprint. No amount of trauma, no amount of emotional abandonment, no amount of heartbreak, no amount of bad breakup or painful divorce can actually disrupt the blueprint from us. And this in itself might be one of the most empowering news, or one of the most uplifting possibility for healing for you, because you might have been at it for like 10,000 years, or it might have felt like I'm at it 10,000 years. I have been trying to break through my fear of intimacy or open my heart to love, but it's like, it is so freaking challenging. It is so difficult. So with the blueprint of love that's inside of me, that is inside of you, that is in your sister, if you have one, that is in your cousin, that is in your best friend, the blueprint of love is at the core what we want to reawaken and what we want to activate. So it starts to override, or it starts to push away the wounding or the imprints that you might have been collecting either over lifetime, or maybe it was like one significant experience that you had in your life that made you believe that love is not for you, or love is not available for you. And when we are talking about reclaiming and like uplifting your blueprint and healing the imprint, pushing away, doing like a boundary repair work around the wounding, it has nothing to do with your mind. It's not a work that happens at the level of your thinking or at the level of your analyzing. And I believe, as someone who deeply educates around nervous system, that stands for the healing and reclamation that actually happens at the nervous system level, I feel that this is where most women get really discouraged. They really get hopeless. They really get that sense of like, this will never work. This will never change, right? Because they've done it all. They've done the affirmations, they've done the meditation, they've worked with a coach, they've been in therapy, and they're so incredibly stuck. And the challenge with the mental approach to healing is that the change at your belief level, or the change at the mindset level, only proliferates the frontal part of your brain, also known as cortex, also known as the conscious mind. Hi Susan, hi gorgeous. And however, it does not impact the deeper layers, the subconscious layer and the unconscious layer, and the traumatic imprints, the wounding, the bad breakup, the abandonment by your father, whatever it is in your history. It's not something that's operating on a conscious level. It's actually a reality that's happening at the subconscious and unconscious layer. So in your pursuit, or in your best attempt to open your heart and either madly fall in love with your husband or start dating with confidence, it's like one step forward and 7 steps back. And eventually you're going to give up. Eventually you will shut down in your heart. You will create a lot of numbness around your heart. And that numbness will result in a story like, men are not trustworthy, or I am not lovable, or I'm not worthy of love. And all of these are stories that are literally built up in the traumatic imprint in your nervous system that is running the show. So with that invitation, what I'm really inviting here, and what I'm inviting you to step into, is doing the work, doing the reclamation of yourself. Hi Edri, hi gorgeous, at the level of your nervous system. The work is very, very deep, and at the same time it is gentle, and it's profoundly effective. It's the work that gets you out of sand and freeze of hopelessness and this impossibility syndrome to a place of like, wow, this actually works. I feel different. I am trusting again. I feel safe opening my heart. And deep down at the core of me, I believe that I'm lovable and I'm worthy of love. And it is the shift that you're absolutely waiting for. So let me get in the goods and let me share with you what this process actually looks like, what it feels like, what it involves, and what is absolutely necessary in shifting these lifelong patterns and actually ascending into place of love and intimacy. So this is a 4-step juicy and healing process that is potent as fuck, and I get amen for that. And it's something that I have been kind of developing and definitely also learning from one of my mentors. Her name is Rachel Maddox, and really created a powerful narrative that proliferates every part of the nervous system and actually creates an integration between the fragmented pieces of your psyche and allows the blueprint of love, the blueprint of intimacy, the blueprint of, you know, flourishing sexuality to actually become real, become embodied, become present, become a living, breathing reality. So are you excited? I'm so excited to share this with you. This is like having a ninja tool in your pocket. All right, so the first step, hi Amanda, hi gorgeous. The first step in diving into this is pausing and identifying your imprint. Pausing and identifying your imprint. What does this actually mean? So the imprint is once again the wound that is taking you away from your blueprint. The imprint is the grief in the heart, is the impact of your father's abandonment, is the bad breakup that you had, is, you know, the cheating of your ex-lover who was like brought you into pieces. The imprint is actually the wounding that has happened, the traumatic experience, and really connecting to how that imprint is being experienced inside of your body. What does your body feel like, and what does your body go through when you connect to the reality of love not being for me, or love being the impossible syndrome? And what happens in that space is when you become conscious around your imprint, the first and foremost, you are driving the unconscious piece, like the unconscious way of being, up into the consciousness, which is already like 50% of your success game. So powerful and so key. And the second piece, as you are allowing that unconscious piece to come up into your consciousness, you're subsequently creating an integration in your nervous system. So now, hi Nancy, hi beautiful, so lovely to see you today. So now this piece, instead of just being like a fragmented piece of your nervous system running the show, you not knowing how to get at the game of love, now you become really conscious, really present, really connected with this piece, and subsequently you begin to create actually an integration in the nervous system. And let me tell you this, marvelous woman, integration in the nervous system is the name of the game when we are talking trauma, when we are talking healing the lifelong patterns of unlovability and difficulty with intimacy. Integration in the nervous system is the freedom that you're actually looking for. So step number 1, pausing and identifying with your imprint. Hi Laura, hi gorgeous. So step number 2 in this really, really juicy framework is observing the physiology around this imprint. So what does this mean? This means connecting to how is this imprint feeling inside of my body. So let's say my imprint is men are not lovable. And when I scan my body, men are not lovable, probably that's not the best thing. It's like men are not trustworthy. That's what I wanted to say. Men are not trustworthy, right? And even as I say that, you can see like this speed and this fastness in my voice and kind of like away from my body and out, because it's like on a subconscious level, I want to push that energy out of my system. I don't want the untrustworthiness in my space and in my body. It's like, men are not untrustworthy. And then when I connect with myself, with my body, I can feel a little like this, bah, like this out and away energy out of my heart, out of my chest. So I have just become conscious of what does it feel in my body, this imprint of men are not trustworthy. It's like fast and out, fast and out. Another example can be, maybe the imprint is, I'm ashamed of my body. I'm ashamed of my body and sex is dirty. I'm ashamed of my body and sex is shameful. And when I scan my system, there is this sense of like really collapse in my belly and like massive contraction. And I can almost feel this black, dark purple color moving from my belly all the way back into my spine. So when you connect to the physiology of coupling, you're actually in the depths of your nervous system. You're in the depths of your subconscious and unconscious, which is where the programming, which is where that traumatic imprint is literally living from and operating from in every area of your life, the love, intimacy, and bedroom included. So A, you're becoming very conscious. B, you are creating even more integration in your nervous system, and you're also descending beneath the story. You're descending beneath like the intensity of men are like this and sex is like that and I'm not lovable, whatever the story is, and you're actually experiencing that story at the level of your body, where the healing and the boundary repair work that is so crucial for this has to happen. Are you with me so far? So Nancy say, men are dicks. Well, I hope you don't mean that seriously. Otherwise, we have to do some deep work, Nancy, on that. All right. So the third step of this is, so you became conscious of the imprint. You have become conscious of how it feels inside of your body. Then the third piece is a decoupling. Creating a decoupling. So recognizing what the blueprint is. It's like the blueprint for heartfelt intimacy and regenerative love, where me and my partner, when we are together, we can be the greatest expression of our souls. We can be more together than we could ever be alone or single, and together we actually step into creating a new world. That's the blueprint of love. So you're connected to the blueprint of love, the blueprint of intimacy for yourself, and you're fully connected also to the imprint, to what the wounding is. And the magical work, the magical healing work happens here, because you will begin to decouple these two things that are right now coupled together, right? You'll start to decouple this. You'll decouple the love and intimacy with impossibility, or the sex with the sexual trauma with no pleasure, or the unlovability and yourself. You'll start decoupling these pieces, which your new choice or your new way of being is not still here, but this is what will begin to give you like a greater range of choices. Suddenly you'll become like this newborn woman who is no longer stuck in this pattern of A, B, C, D and not E, F, G, H, I, but suddenly it's like, wow, I can actually begin to see the real possibilities that are available for me. Because the truth is, the imprint, the way the pain is running show in your life, is at the core a protection mechanism, isn't it? If I had a bad heartbreak, I will make a decision that either I am not lovable or men are not trustworthy, because that will ultimately protect me from a next heartbreak. That will keep my heart, quote unquote, safe and keep me in a space where I cannot go through another wounding. But it is the double sword. It is the double bind that so many women stay stuck in. It's like, I want love so badly, I want intimacy so badly, and I'm not able to. So in the decoupling, you're really pulling these two forces apart. And this is where I want to show you my ninja picture. I hope you can see that. So this picture, it represents like a torus, an energetic imprint around your body. And the energetic imprint around the heart is the strongest as it relates to the whole body. So right now what you see, if there is a traumatic imprint to the heart, there are holes in your energetic imprint. There are holes in your torus. And that's where you either attract another narcissist, or that's where you experience, emotional abuse over and over again. What we are doing with this process is pushing the shit out. You're pushing that traumatic imprint, the heartbreak, the grief, the childhood wounding out, so you can actually make your torus, you can make your energetic imprint whole again. It's a very, very ninja work, profoundly deep, and I will be super happy to share with you an opportunity how you and me can actually do this work together. It's incredible. And then the fourth piece around this is recoupling the blueprint. So now that you have pushed the stuff out, you have, like, no more of this narcissist, or, no more of this emotional abuse. And you are literally releasing it at the level of your body, at the level of your nervous system. It's like, boom, out. You are sealing the holes around your energetic container, and now you have such a profound possibility to fully connect, fully recouple into your blueprint. The blueprint of love, the blueprint of heartfelt intimacy, the blueprint of love is absolutely available for me. I am love, I attract love, and I am open to the most incredible love experiences of my life. I am available for attracting or allowing the right man to come into my life. If I'm in a relationship, I am open to receiving the connection and love and heartfelt intimacy from my partner. And one of the pieces I'm going to add to this, many times women say, you don't know my husband, you don't know my partner, like, he is the way it is and it will never change, like, you don't understand. And what I have to say to this is that I do understand, and I have definitely in my own journey done this very, very deep healing work of my torus, very, very deep healing of boundary repair work, reconnecting to my blueprint. And now that I have changed my nervous system from inside out, I have changed my energy, my vibration. As a result, my belief system and my mindset followed through. My husband has completely changed in front of my eyes. I have stopped trying to change him. I've stopped trying to shame him. I've stopped trying to even motivate him into a certain way of being. He has literally changed in proportion to how I changed the way I feel about myself. And exactly this, recoupling from my imprint and coupling into blueprint of love and heartfelt intimacy. And I absolutely know if this has been available for me, it's available for every single one of us. It's available for every single one of us. So this process sometimes takes, a couple of days, sometimes takes a couple of weeks. It's literally like building a new body, building a new nervous system, building a new neural pathways in your structure. And sometimes all it takes is like an afternoon, a Saturday afternoon, and it's like, boom, profound shift, at the deepest level. And from that space onward, all that you're doing is you are reconnecting and integrating and anchoring that change for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, and it gives you the freedom and the capacity for love that every single one of us hungers for. So what I would love to invite you today is really juicy opportunity to do this work with me in person. When I say in person, of course, I mean online, but basically have a day together where I can deeply support you step by step through this process and fully look at exactly how the imprint is showing in your body, how is that impacting your life, and take you step by step through this so you can absolutely recouple from the pain of past and recouple to the blueprint of love and intimacy. So what I have for you today is a really exquisite opportunity, which is called a nervous system blueprint. Is a half-day online event where we basically going to get behind the scenes of your body and your nervous system. And it is going to be partially educational and very, very practical. So on the nervous system blueprint day, what you're going to learn is truly understand your nervous system. You will understand how your conscious mind, how your limbic system, how your primal brain are impacting you're able to love, to be intimate, and to have sex. Now, knowing this, understanding this is like having a map for healing. When I initially started my deep dive into my own intimacy struggles and my sexuality struggles, having signs on in my pocket, understanding what happens and how trauma actually creates, dysregulation and pain and disruption in the body and in how I feel, was literally like, oh my God, finally someone understands me. Finally someone gives me the pathway for moving forward. It's no longer about this is why I'm broken and I'll always be broken. It's like, boom, your limbic system, boom, your primal brain, boom, your conscious mind. And it allowed me to create a tremendous compassion for myself, tremendous compassion for my journey forward. So on the day, you're going to deeply, deeply understand your nervous system, all three parts of brain, and what all three of them have to do with love, sex, and intimacy. The next piece you're going to learn that I'm so excited about is what animals do in the wild and what we as humans don't. So what animals, when they are being traumatized or they are being in danger, what they specifically do inside of their bodies and what we don't, and how actually adopting their process, how adopting their healing journey will allow you to release so much shutdown around love and the impossibility syndrome. It is a ninja skill. It is a very powerful process, and at the same time, it is a process that when you understand, you can apply anytime through the day. You don't need any special equipment for it. You don't need yoga mat. You don't even need headphones or like a technology on your side. You'll be literally able to tap into this at any time throughout your day. It is so, so powerful. The next piece we're going to explore, and oh my goodness, this is going to be really, really special, is the vagus nerve one-on-one. The vagus nerve, in case you haven't heard about your special vagus nerve, is a very special nerve in your body. It's the chief regulator of your nervous system that connects your brain through your heart, your lungs, your gut, down into your cervix. So you have one nerve inside of your body that connects your heart into your sexuality, your love, your capacity for love, with capacity for sexual pleasure and sexual intimacy. So you will get to learn about your vagus nerve and what does it mean to healing your body and actually developing a greater sense of capacity for love and intimacy. And we'll be doing very specific vagus nerve healing exercises and practices that will allow your vagus nerve to come back online to regulation. That means more trust in love, greater sexual pleasure, and let me tell you this, less anxiety and deeper connection to yourself and to your body. Yes, Nancy says that's so amazing. Absolutely. It is the powerhouse that lives inside of your body and is available at the click of a button when you know how to get in there. And the fourth piece is where we actually dive into the super juicy workshop. This is where we take our 4-step process around uncoupling, recoupling, and you will be taken step by step to deeply understand what your imprint is, fully connect to the physiology, do the boundary repair work through trauma healing exercises, and actually recouple to the blueprint of love and connection and safety and trusting with your heart again. So in the workshop part, you will have me by your side literally every step of the way. This work is very, very deep, and it's literally necessary to be guided, to know exactly what to do, how to feel, what to step into, what to choose for yourself. So the deep parts of your nervous system are feeling safe enough to be journeyed through this process. And what's waiting for you on the other side is exactly what you deeply desire, which is love and intimacy and connection. So at the end of the day, at the end of our nervous system blueprint, you will absolutely step into a healing portal that will allow your relationships, if you already have one, or relationships that are about to come into your life, to become richer, and your love life to ascend into new portals of connection and deepest intimacy. Now, I normally do this work only with my high-end clients that are normally investing with me a couple of thousands of euros. And I really felt into this, how I could make this available to larger numbers and how I could make it available to women who perhaps might not have the financial resources of a couple of thousands of euros to actually do this powerful, powerful work in their bodies. So what I have really, really felt into on a very deep level is stepping into this as a group experience, which will allow me to make it much more financially affordable, and at the same time you having this loving, connected, really deeply supportive connection with other women in the process. And as you journey out of the workshop, you will not feel alone, or you will not feel like, oh my God, now that it's done, you know, I'm alone and I have nowhere to reach out. You'll actually be in an ongoing supportive way, connecting with the women who have done the same process, that will truly, truly allow you to keep reintegrating these experiences into your body. So the investment for the nervous system blueprint is one simple price of 97 euros. That's it. For 97 euros, you're going to learn this most incredible, most deeply and powerful and transformational process. Have me as your guide through the entire afternoon, and have the recording of the class plus the specific tools and exercises that you will be able to do for rest of your life to fully anchor in the healing, fully anchor in the change for a lifetime. So if this is something that's speaking in you, for you, this is something that's like really igniting you, inviting you to step into this, you can see the link to get into the workshop and sign up for one single price of 97 euros right here, right now. You can see the link in the description of this video. And when you say yes to yourself, actually, when you'll be the first of 5 women to say yes to yourself, I'm going to include a very, very special bonus for you. And that is my Financial Mojo online course, which first and foremost allows you at the core level create more abundance and prosperity and elevate your relationship with money and abundance altogether, and subsequently uses the power of your sexuality, of your sexual energy, to literally heal the deepest blockages in your nervous system that will absolutely allow more financial miracles into your life, but will also deeply supportive and deeply serving to open your heart and open your throat and open your third eye, open every part of you to be worthy and fully accepting and fully in the state of recipient of love. So first 5 women to get into the nervous system blueprint, you will receive the Financial Mojo online course. You will get, after your purchase, you'll get an instant access to the Financial Mojo. It's an online course. You'll be able to access the process, the practices, the really powerful lecture from any device. You'll have access to it for a lifetime. And then the Nervous System Blueprint is a live event that will be taking place on the Saturday, 31st of August. Saturday, 31st of August. I don't know yet exactly the time. Once we see all the women that come into the workshop, and we'll see all the different time zones that we are in, we're going to reach out to you guys with the times available and see what works, and want to make it a time that will work for most of the group. Obviously, the class will be recorded. You'll have access to it for a lifetime, and it will absolutely serve you to get this monster healed and truly let every part of you realign the blueprint of love. I am so excited for this opportunity. I cannot wait for 31st of August and get together in a direction of deep healing of your nervous system, ascension of love, and you, divine woman, really starting to receive the love that you deserve, because you are amazing. You being here with me today, or you listening to the replay, you being part of this group means that you're ready to experience life in a whole new way. You're ready to heal the pain of the past and truly say yes to your deepest desires around love and intimacy and connection. And this event will absolutely make it possible. We're going to have such a special time together, and I cannot wait. Sending you so much love, and you are amazing.